Matt Reeves promised a vision of the caped crusader resuming his traditional role as world's greatest detective, as seen in the comics, and it appears Bruce Wayne will be thrust into a Seven-esque race against time to stop Paul Dano's Riddler from completing a murderous spree. It's an intriguing notion for those of us who like the character created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger in 1939 and would cheerfully see just about any Batman film. The issue for Reeves is that he knows he can perform better. Why? Because Jon Watts' Spider-Man trilogy has just demonstrated how to resurrect a superhero who no one was eager to see again. Only 7 years ago, after the underwhelming events of 2014's The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the prospect of the masked wallcrawler standing at the top of the superhero tree for Christmas seemed unthinkable. Since Samuel L. Jackson was hired as Nick Fury in Spider-Man No Way Home, Peter Parker has been the greatest thing in comic book movies. Watts, on the other hand, struck it rich. The introduction of Peter Parker to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in 2016's Captain America: Civil War allowed the filmmakers to totally sidestep the boring old Spidey origin tale depicted in Sam Raimi's original 2002 Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man: Homecoming takes advantage of the character's newfound confidence in the MCU by partnering him with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man in an imaginative odd couple combo. Watts also offered us a fresh take on Aunt May, exiled both of Spidey's typical comic book crushes, and gave us a far sillier, far more endearing, and insouciant take on Midtown High School. The question now is how Reeves will modernize Batman without using any of the same methods. The director has previously stated that his version of Gotham's Dark Knight would not be set in the DC Extended Universe, meaning he will not be able to interact with Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, or Ray Fisher's Cyborg. Nobody is betting on Ezra Miller's The Flash turning up at some point, considering that his film will delve far into the DC multiverse and might possibly meet Adam West's version of Bats if Warner Brothers feels strongly enough about it. It's likely that this Robert Pattinson's Gotham City will be one where the caped crusader would be operating alone. According to the new teaser, Dano's Riddler will have little in common with Jim Carrey's obnoxious emerald-suited puzzler poser. But, in comparison to Heath Ledger's Joker in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, would the task he poses to Bruce Wayne truly be that different? And how will Zoe Kravitz's version differ? Although she has more feline-related jokes up her sleeve than Anne Hathaway in Nolan's movie, are her wisecracks about having 9 lives really that different from Michelle Pfeiffer's pun-wielding performance all those years ago? These minor things are probably unimportant to those of us who are Batman aficionados. For the general audience, Reeves will have to show that he's offering us a Gotham City we haven't seen before. Could the Riddler's vendetta against Batman have anything to do with his father's misdeeds, as previously implied in trailers? We've previously met the villainous Thomas Wayne in the latest Joker movie. Reeves will undoubtedly find a new method to delve into the Wayne family's past. If the Batman wants to break out of the geek ghetto and reach the type of larger audience that Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy did, he'll have to do so. Let's hope for some startling Bat twists, since, despite what we die-hard caped crusader fanboys like to believe, there are only so many moviegoers willing to suck up new Batman and Catwoman flicks every few years.